Well, oh, and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. That's live. That's right. Live in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, today is Tuesday, February the 1st, 2022. Got a happy birthday shout out going out to Shenandoah Ethel Baguilat and Theresa Crabtree. So, without further ado, here's a birthday song for the two of you. Hey, Shenandoah. Hey, Teresa. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So, happy birthday, I'm say. A year old, more year older today. So, a happy birthday to you, I say. And now, hey, Teresa. Hey, Shenandoah. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday, a day you do day. I said it's your happy birthday, day you do day, day do day. All right, hey, the two of you have a very happy birthday today and many, many more. All right, well, alrighty then. Hey, looks like we got some Shen Show shout outs. Those are the folks that like, love, or just kind of appreciate the Shen Show. How about Martin Kelly, a.k.a. Smiley, Jaimie O'Driscoll, and my Pokey pal, Amanda S. Little, and Joseph Marshall. These are the Shen Show shout outs. Hey, glad you got your name in there and glad you got your time out. All right. Alrighty then. Hey, Lauren Blaylock, a.k.a. Lori Moore, tuning in. Hey, thanks for jumping in on here, Lori. Glad to see you back. I guess your phone's working better now today. All right, let's see. You ready? How about some weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area? The weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area is not looking good. Well, what can we say? We got some, hey, what's going on? We've changed. We've changed. We're in all kinds of different colors now. That's all right. I digress. All right. Hey, one, two, three, four. That's only four. That's all right, though. We'll give that weather forecast is going to be brought to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non denominational Christian church which is located at 2054 Campus Drive, right here in St. Charles, Missouri, pastored by ordained pastor John Schumer and our associate pastor Nathan Moffett. All right. All righty then. Hey, why don't you jump on over to us and take a gander at God on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. or come on in for an hour of power prayer on Thursdays from from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. So that's Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. and 11 a.m. on Saturday or on Sundays. All right. Alrighty then. Hey, you know what? We jumped all the way up to 61 degrees Fahrenheit today. Boy, boy, boy. Cloudy with showers. That's right. We had a few slight showers earlier, but we're going to get some more. Uh, Winds are going to be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chances of rain 40%. Now, tonight's where it's going to start dropping out. Cloudy skies with rain changing into a wintry mix overnight. Potentials for some icing. Lows around 24 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chances of precipitation 100%. Snow and ice accumulating 1 to 3 inches. And then for Tuesday, for Wednesday, because today's Tuesday, right? Wednesday, February the 2nd, snow is likely. Some sleeting or freezing rain is quite possible. High temperatures around 26 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of snow 100%, 3 to 5 inches of snow is expected. Cloudy with snow in the forecast for the overnight. Low temperatures of 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of snow at that point in time, 100% snow accumulation, another 5 to 8 inches. That is 10 inches, 10 to 12 inches, folks. Plus, on Thursday, February the 3rd, snow during the morning will give way to lingering snow showers during the afternoon. High temperatures of 22 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of snow at that point in time are 90%. 1 to 3 inches of accumulation is expected. And then cloudy with low temperatures near 10 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north at 10 to 20 miles per hour overnight. And then for Friday, February the 4th, sun and a few passing clouds with high temperatures of 26 degrees Fahrenheit, winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear with low temperatures around 3 degrees Fahrenheit overnight with winds light variable westwardly at 5 miles per hour. And then for Saturday, February the 5th, mainly sunny skies, high temperatures of 36 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then a few clouds from time to time overnight with low temperatures of 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for our fifth and final day of our 5-day forecast, Sunday, February the 6th. Partly cloudy skies with high temperatures of 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures of 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that, my friends, is your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. All right. Oh, well, alrighty then. Weather forecast cold, 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 and even colder. That's right. And snow, 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 even more snow. That's true. It's true. It's true. Yucky, yucky, yucky weather, dude. All right. Notice I've got my hand propped up and holding my face up. That's because I'm kind of off balance a little bit today, but I can't seem to balance out. So we're just going to kind of hold it up to us and keep ourselves sitting up straight with the elbow on the armrest, hopefully. Don't you know what I'm saying? All right, let me see if I can't get a little sip of the nectar here. A little water. H2O. Good for me. Good for you. It's the juice of God. That's right. Our friend Jesus Christ has put us in touch with God, the Creator, the Maker of all things, solutions such as water. That's right, the best. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Do I got a song? I don't have a song. I don't know of anything to sing. I do know of one thing I could sing. Um, is it a song? How about some story time songs? We're going to do some story songs. This way, I don't have to sing. I can just talk about the story. Um, let's see. Here we go. Song lyrics: Red Sylvine Teddy Bear. I was on the outskirts of a little southern town, trying to reach my destination before the sun went down. That old CB was a blaring away on channel 19 when there came a little boy's voice on the radio line. He says, "Breaker, breaker, 19. Is there anyone out there? Well, come on back and truckers and just talk to little teddy bear." Well, I keyed up the mic and said, "You got it, teddy bear." And that little boy's voice came back on the air. "Appreciate the breaker out there. Who we got on that end?" Well, I told him my handle, and that's when he began. "Now, I'm not supposed to bother you guys out there because Mom says you're busy and for me to stay off the air. But you see, I get kind of lonely and it helps to talk because that's about all I can do because I'm crippled and I can't walk." I came back on and told that little man to fire up that mic and he could talk to me as long as he'd like. "Well, this was my dad's radio," the little boy said, "but I guess it's mine and Mom's now that my daddy's dead." "Yeah, Daddy had a wreck about a month ago. He was trying to get home in a blinding snow. Mom has to work now to make ends meet. I'm not too much help with my two crippled feet. She says not to worry, that we'll make it all right, but I hear her crying sometimes late at night. There's just one thing I want to more than anything else to see. Oh, I know you guys are too busy to bother with me. But you see, my dad used to take me for rides when he was at home. But I guess that's all over now since my daddy's gone." Not a one break came on that old CB as that little cripple boy talked with me. I tried hard to swallow a lump that just wouldn't stay down as I thought about my boys back in Greenville town. But Dad was going to take me along with him later on this year. Why, I remember him telling him, I said, "I'm saying someday this old truck will be yours, Teddy Bear. But I know I'll never get to ride in an 18-wheeler again. But this old base will keep me in touch with all my trucker friends." Well, Teddy Bear's going to back on out now and leave you all alone because it's about time for Mom to come home. But you give me a shout when you're passing through, and I'll be sure and be happy to come back to you. Well, I came back and I said, "Hey, before you go 10-10, what's your home 20, my little CD friend?" Well, he gave me his address, and I didn't once hesitate. I turned that rig around and headed straight to Jackson Street, 229. Well, as I rounded that corner, oh, I got a heck of a shock. Oh, well, there was 18 wheelers lined up for 3 city blocks. Well, I guess every driver for miles around had caught Teddy Bear's call, and that little crippled boy was having a ball. For as fast as one driver would carry him in, another would carry him back out to his truck and take off again. Well, you better believe it. I took my turn riding Teddy Bear, and then I carried him back and put him down in his chair. And, buddy, if I never live to see happiness again, I want you to know I saw it that day in the face of that little man. Well, we took up a collection for him, and before his mama got home, and each driver said goodbye, and then they all were gone. Well, he shook my hand with a mile long grin, and he said, "So long, trucker. I'll catch you again." Well, I hit that interstate with tears in my eyes. I turned on the radio, and I got another surprise. "Breaker 19," came a voice on the air. "Just one word of thanks from Mama Teddy Bear. We wish each and every one of you a special prayer for you, because, well, you just made my little boy's dream come true. Now I'll sign off now before I start to cry. May God ride with you. 10-4 and goodbye. All right, there we go. Hey, sweet sunny day, girl. How you doing? Brother Shen. Yeah, there we go. Elvis Presley. Let's see. Let me be your teddy bear. Oh, okay. We can do that one too. We'll try another teddy bear song. Song lyrics Elvis Presley. Let me be your teddy bear. Uh, we just put it up that way. Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind you love enough. I just want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your teddy bear. Oh, baby, let me be around you every night. Run your fingers through my hair and cuddle me real tight. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind you love enough. I just want to be a teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your teddy bear. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your teddy bear. I just want to be your teddy bear. All right, all right. There we go. That'll work. Uh, good story. But I said, oh yeah, I love that story because it is sad. And half the time I go to do that story, I can't make it through it. It's very difficult for me to do. Uh, I just have trouble making it sometimes. Now, uh, sweet sunny day, girl. Yeah. Mm, Lori, the Lori that's up there along with you, she had a CB radio. Her handle was Thumper. Um, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I gave her that handle or if she already had it. But either way, um, I also had a CB radio. I had numerous CB handles. Let's see, Gizmo. Whenever I had a Gremlin, I used to drive a Gremlin, and then I had a blue Ford Torino. And I called it the Blue Bomber. I was a Blue Bomber at that point in time, and I had a black Ford pickup truck, and I was the Blue Bomber in the Black Cloud. And at one point in time, I had a 1963 GMC pickup truck. And at that point in time, I was the number one Urbu. And the only reason I was the number one Urbu was it was a Tennessee tag. And that just so happened to be what they threw out at me. So there you go. There you, yeah. This old truck. This old base will just keep me in touch with my old trucker friends. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ah, that's so sweet. And there was 3 blocks of trucker. Yeah. Anyway, What was your handle there, sweet sunny day girl? The Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman. Uh, Go to sleep. Where are you located with the Flying Dutchman? Because it kind of sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Getting through the story this time. I did it again. I do have another truck driving story. Yeah, that's Erboo, Erboo. Yeah, Erboo. Anyway, oh, you didn't have a handle? You just, oh, okay. Oh, Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. There's a song about Nashville, Tennessee. And I can't think of what it is. What is that song? Oh, well, that's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know how to spell it. Um, Nashville, Tennessee. I can't think of it. Um, anyway, I'm going to do another story truck song, truck driver story song, and that one would be Red Soul Vine. Also, uh, song lyrics, The Phantom 309. I was on the outskirts of West Coast trying to make a buck, and things didn't work out. I was down on my luck. I got tired of roaming and bumming around, and so I started thumbing back east towards my hometown. Made a lot of miles that first 2 days, and I figured I'd be home in a week if my luck held out this way. But the third night, I got stranded way out of town at a cold and lonely crossroads. Rain was pouring down. Well, I was hungry and freezing and done caught a chill when the lights of a big semi topped that hill. Lord, I sure was glad to hear them air brakes come on. I climbed in that cab where I knew it'd be warm. Well, at the wheel sat a big man. He weighed about 210, and he stuck out his hand and said with a grin, Big Joe's the name. And I told him mine. He said the name of my rig is the Phantom 309. Well, I asked him why he called his rig such a name. He said, son, this old Mac can put 'em all to shame. There ain't a driver or a rig a running any line that ain't seen nothing but taillights from the Phantom 309. Well, we rode and talked in the better part of the night when the lights of a truck stop came into sight. He said, well, I'm sorry, son. This here is as far as you go, 'cause I got to make a turn just up the road. Well, he tossed me a dime as he pulled her into low. And I says, and then he said, have yourself a cup of coffee on old Big Joe. Well, when Joe and his rig roared out into the night, I had nothing flat. He was clean out of sight. Well, I went inside and ordered me up a cup and told the waiter Big Joe was setting me up. Oh, you could have heard pin drop. It got deathly quiet, and the waiter's face kind of turned kind of white. Well, did I say something wrong? I said with a halfway grin. He said, no, this happens every now and again. Every driver in here knows Big Joe. But, son, let me tell you what happened about 10 years ago. At the crossroads tonight where you flagged him down, there was a busload of kids coming from town. And they were as a right in the middle when Big Joe topped that hill, and it could have been a slaughter, but Big Joe turned his wheel. Yep, well, Joe lost control and went into a skid. Well, gave his life to save a bunch of kids. And there at that crossroad was the end of the line for Big Joe and Phantom 309. But every now and again, some hiker will come by and, like you, Big Joe will give him a ride. Here, have another cup and forget about the dime. Keep it as a souvenir from Big Joe and Phantom 309. There you go. Well, there is a song about Memphis. Oh yeah, I know Memphis. I'm walking in Memphis. Okay, we can do that one. I like it because, well, hey, song lyrics, walking in Memphis with my feet 9 feet off the ground or 10 feet, something like that. Put on my blue suede shoes and boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues in the middle of a pouring rain. W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. I'm walking in Memphis, was walking with my feet 10 feet off a field. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates of Graceland. Then I watched him walk right through. Now security, they did not see him. They just hovered around his tomb. But there's some pretty little things awaiting for the king down in the jungle. When I was walking in Memphis, I was walking with my feet 10 feet off the field. I'm walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? They've got a catfish on the table, and they've got gospel in the air. And Reverend Green, be glad to see you when you haven't got a prayer. Now Merle plays piano, and every Friday in Hollywood, they brought me down to see her, and they'd ask me if I would do a little number. And I sang with my might, she said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, ma'am, I am tonight. Walking in Memphis, I was walking with my feet 10 feet off the field. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Walking in Memphis, I was walking with my 10 feet 10 feet off the field. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of Delta Blues in the middle of a pouring rain. Anyway, there you go. Ah, diddle-doodle-dee-do. Well, half the people out there started on their daddy's CB radio, and that's why everybody in my generation picked up on that CB radio because, well, Well, here in St. Charles, our local channel, actually, the older folks local was Channel 2, but for the kids, it was Channel 5. That's right, Channel 5. Hey, Breaker 5, this here's the Blue Bomber bringing Channel 5 alive. Hey, come on back and talk to the old Blue Bomber. We got it going on. Come on, come on. Blue Bombers on the air. Don't you know it? Don't you know it? Anyway, I used to sit out there in the middle of the night making a small talk with all those radio friends of mine. That's right. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, one of the things that really messes with me is because all this chat is on here live during the live part of the show, but then whenever yeah, back before cell phones, yeah, uh, all this stuff is live chat, but then whenever I end the show, it's gone. I can't even find it. All the chat's gone. So I really don't get to see it anymore. So I have to catch it while we're on the show, don't you know? Whoa, do you realize that I've already been 30 minutes into the show and I haven't even done any special of my regular stuff? Well, that's okay because I enjoy talking to y'all just as much as I do doing the show, don't you know? Anyway, let's see. What do we got going on today? Oh, by the way, survival chances of the COVID are now um, higher, or I mean lower. Sorry, lower than they were before. You have let's see. Let me pull that up because I just figured it a few minutes ago. January, February 1st. Yeah, you have a 99.93% chance of survival rate, whereas used to you had a 99.94%. So chances of death are now 0.07%, where they used to be 0.06%. So, does this say that our policy of getting the vaccination is working? I think not. But then again, I digress because I myself was I had COVID and I went through the COVID. And so my immunity to the COVID is probably about 98.9% higher than somebody that's gotten a vaccination for the COVID. Um, but anyway, the COVID vaccination really, it scares me, folks. It really does. It makes me think that yeah, there you go. The whole world has cell phones. Yeah. Yep. And that's technology, and technology is the beast. That's right. It's the beast. It's going to get you. In the end, they'll follow you everywhere you go. The cell phone will get you. That's good that you have a higher immunity now. Yes, amen. Thank you. Uh, All right. Hey, you know what? It is TV Grandpa story time, though, because, hey, my kids are probably all tuned in and ready for TV Grandpa, and I just haven't delivered their bedtime story yet. That's all right. My daughter will forgive me, I'm sure. My son also will forgive me, I'm sure. Sermon on the Mount. Is that right? Is that what we want to do? Sermon on the Mount? Well, oh, how about Psalm 23? Psalm 23, and I like Psalm 23 because I think that's the one where I have lifted up like wings of an eagle, I think. Uh, I hope, because that's one of my favorite Psalms. Anyway, here we go. All right, kids. Hey, gather around. It's time for TV, Grandpa. That's right. Jump up on the couch or jump into the bed. Wherever it is, you rest your sleepy head. TV Grandpa is going to tell you one more bedtime story, or just something to give you a chance to lull your head as you slip into bed. Here we go. Psalm 23 is one of the most favorite psalms written by David the king. This was the same David who took down Goliath with a slingshot and some smooth stones. David was now king, but he was also a musician and liked to write poems and songs. This particular psalm is about God being his shepherd king. Keep in mind that David used to be a shepherd himself, and he remembers how he led and cared for a herd of sheep. At first thought, a king is a shepherd are very different. At first thought, a king and a shepherd are very different. But when I think about it, a king, I think of a royal crown, a large castle, servants, large fancy meals, and a beautiful queen. When I think of a shepherd, I think of a servant who works in the fields with raggedy old clothes and a small bag lunch. There is also something that a shepherd and a king have in common, too, though. They both take care of something. A king is supposed to look after and protect the kingdom of the people under him, and a shepherd looks after and protects his herd of sheep. Well, a king might have a fancier stuff than a shepherd, but they both have an important job. David might compare God to a shepherd because sometimes when we think of kings, we think of someone snobby who thinks his ways are more important than us, and he couldn't possibly know each person in his kingdom. A shepherd, on the other hand, seems like a regular person that works hard and takes care and loves each of his sheep. We wouldn't be afraid to talk to a shepherd and could just be ourselves around him. David knows that God isn't like that the kings on earth, though, so he compares him to a loving shepherd taking care of his people so that we can get a better picture of what God is like. So, throughout this chapter, even though David is talking about himself as a sheep, I think it was meant for us to read and see ourselves as the sheep and God as our shepherd. After thinking about a shepherd, I thought about sheep and how they completely rely on the shepherd for food, shelter, and safety, just like we need to rely on God. Now, you might think that your parents provide all this for you, but your parents rely and trust in God to give them a job, money, and blessings so that they can give you what you need. Another important point is that sheep don't know as much as a shepherd. And if you really think about it, sheep are pretty dumb compared to a shepherd. Compared to God, we don't know much either. God knows our future, and He made us and the whole world. The first part of the psalm, David talks about good being God being his shepherd, and he is the sheep. The shepherd makes sure that his sheep have Let's see. Mm, Michelle Messerine Long requested help. Oh, okay. Checking out something that popped up on Facebook there. Okay, the first part of the psalm, David talks about God being his shepherd, and he is the sheep. Shepherds make sure his sheep has. Okay, we got there. We got past that. Sorry, got distracted. Okay, God keeps him on the good path. Even when there's rough times, he doesn't have to be afraid. God is always with him, and he can make him feel better when he needs it. Then David talks about a banquet that God, the king, would prepare. And where lots of important fancy banquets for kings. And since David was a king, he was thinking on how God would treat him. I don't think David is still referring to himself as a sheep now. God would prepare a banquet for David and protect him from his enemies, and he would treat David like a royal guest and anoint him. In those days, people would get anointed to become king, or if they were recognized as being someone special. David was trying to say that even though he was a king, God recognized him as more than a king, but as someone even more special to him. David ends up by saying that he will continually be blessed by God with lots of goodness and love, and he is looking forward to living with God forever. God is our shepherd, and he is our king, and we are his sheep. God is guiding us, protecting us, and he loves us. And we don't even know as much as God does. And so we have to trust in him. You know what? It never once went to Psalms 23. And so I guess I'll have to do that for us so we can read it. Psalms 23. It would. I don't want that. I just want this. Uh, you're not helping me. I want Psalm 23. Oh, come on. Psalms, the sermons. I don't want sermons. I want. Here, we'll just do it a different way. We'll do it a different way. Go to sleep. I will get us there, fans. I do digress. I will get us there. Paste that. Wake up. Paste that. Cut line. Psalm 23. Okay, now we can do it. Psalms 23 by David. Go to sleep. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters, and he refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valleys of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare us a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That was actually Psalm 23. Go to sleep. There we go. All right. Hey, now it looks like it's time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. And Our Daily Bread is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is the daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2022 will be Exodus 27 through 28 and Matthew 21, 1 through 22. So don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. Okay, let's see. Here we go. The daily bread portion of the program today, love wherever we go. That will be the devotion, and today's scriptures and insights will be Matthew 25, 31 through 40. So without further ado, Matthew 25, 31 through 40. The sheep and the goats. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father. Take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did I see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? And when did we see you sick and in prison and go to visit you?" And the king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." That was Matthew 25, 31 through 40, which concludes our daily read portion of the program, which was brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right. Hey, looks like you girls been keeping in touch with each other, much less me, which is okay. It's a good thing. Friends can be made of friends on the Shen Show. That's right. That's what we're here for. Not only is it my show, it's your show. And that's why I enjoy having you guys on the show with me so that we can make it our show and not just my show. I'm just here. I just want to I just want to be out there for everybody that is out there. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Update on my brother's condition. He is doing great. God's prayers are being answered each and every day. Um, he's down to, I think they said, well, they're backing him off on the ventilator. They're backing him off on his sedative. His organs are all working properly and good. So everything's looking real good for my brother. So everybody keeps him around in prayers. I do appreciate it. Family appreciates it. So anyway, here we go. Hey, this here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Oh, you know what? I can't leave like that. I've got another song to sing, and that song would be, "Oh well, goodbye, my son." Bye, my son. Well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said, goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know God loves you and so do I. So come back and see us tomorrow because, well, hey, we'll be here. And we hope that you are too. All right, girls, y'all have a sweet day, blessed day, and be good. All right, God bless you too. All righty, that's it. We're done. Oh, I think we're done. We can't be done. My mouse clicker deal was not turned on, so I couldn't click the end stream. All right, God bless you. Love y'all. Bye bye.